I knew I would never become a mother. I could never give birth to a child. But we hired a surrogate, and then after 2 years, I came to know that my baby has Autism Spectrum Disorder, ASD. Now I am raising my child as a single parent because my husband left me because of the child. In 2016, my husband and I mutually planned to hire a surrogate for our first child because we clearly knew that I could never become a mother without it. All was set. We had our first child through surrogacy. God had gifted us with a baby boy. Overall, life was going to be perfect. At age 2, Johnny was diagnosed with ASD. It was devastating for me. I was not ready to believe it. But I couldn't run from this situation. We just started going to different doctors to get as many services as possible. Johnny showed the same behavior repeatedly. That's how we became worried. When he was 1 year old, he didn't recognize his name. He didn't give any response when someone called his name, which was very weird for us. He faced difficulty in communicating with us. He couldn't speak the word mama at the age of 2. Once he started running on the busy road without being afraid. His father saved him that day. He didn't understand the consequences of things like that. In this society, it is really hard to raise a child with ASD because people don't want to understand. I saw many children and fellows of Johnny who made fun of my Johnny's repetitive behavior. As a mother, this is very painful for me. It's a real struggle for both parents and child. People don't understand how much effort is needed for raising these types of children. I think people should understand about autism, that God created these people too. My husband, Johnny's father, left us due to Johnny's disorder. Because he thought that it was totally my fault that I couldn't give him a healthy child. He felt embarrassed with Johnny in society. I think that was his own mentality. I can't help him with that. But Johnny is dearest to me. He is a gift from God to me. I can raise my kid as a single parent. Now Johnny is 8 years old. People always try to show their sympathy to my kid, and that was hurtful to me. My kid is not disabled, and according to me, he is fine. He can read and write very well. Sometimes, he doesn't show interest in any activity. He is sensitive to touch and sound. He doesn't like the horns of cars, buses, etc. So I avoid traveling on buses. Sometimes Johnny shows extreme hyperactivity or hyperbehavior. He gets furious over small things. He became angry when someone made fun of his repetitive behavior. He avoids doing eye contact with people. He doesn't like it. He feels difficulty in understanding people. Sometimes, he overacts due to sudden exposure to light, like something is annoying him. So I open the window and he is comfortable with it. I think parents of children with autism spectrum disorder like my Johnny should try to get more knowledge about this disorder. I always try to give comfort and time to Johnny. Now Johnny has a friend, Paul, who has this disorder too. I admitted my kid to autism school when he was 5 years old, and I think that was my best decision ever. Because no one tries to make fun of my child there. All the kids there are like my Johnny. Before, he was in another school with kids who didn't have his disorder. Johnny felt discomfort there due to the behavior of other kids. And that was the reason for his continuous aggression. Paul is also his class fellow. They play, read, and learn together. Now, I am observing calmness in his behavior. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. For more stories like this, please subscribe and turn on notification. If you can like, share or comment, it will be very helpful to me and very much appreciated.